Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through our 5 days of building. Got a good base down. Should finish up today. Got all our tracks and stuff there. Got all our... So far everything seems to be functioning like it's supposed to. Still hadn't hooked anything up to their other switch, but I can't really see the... Sort of down back there in the corner back here. You can see that's doing its thing, and this one... So it's a nice little variety of switches and doodads and who's its and what's its to make it operate. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just try and have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models, having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add on to my list. And I've got the most intelligent audience in YouTube because y'all provide me with nothing but the best options. With that being said, let's get rolling on page 32 and step 10. And I wasn't facing the right way the first time. It goes here. Okay, so we got this guy and these little guys. And you... that way, and you back here. You in here. Alright. And this guy goes into the slot. And wherever it lines up, must be that slot. We got our mark on the thing there, so you know when you got it all the way back, which isn't yet. There we go. So we got that. And the edge here lines up with the mark. That's a handy feature. Okay, now I think we're going to set this guy aside for a minute while we do construction on one of our little apparatuses. Okay. And I did goof up and used these little shims. Yeah, the reflections in it. These are supposed to be the same one. Evidently I used one of these somewhere else in the build and it's buried way down in the bottom, so I'm just got to make do with this one. I think I'm going to have to do a little trimming to make it fit onto our where it goes, but that's coming up. So 1 and 2 go together all the way home, and then J9 goes down. And 3 and 4. Another J9 onto you. Now, let's see here. Just remember to turn my wax on tonight, so I don't have to sort of fiddle around to wait for it to melt. So I do have to let the wax on the brush melt. Okay, there it goes. I'll hit inside these guys. 2 so far, but that looks like a third one too, so I'm going to hit it too. Light coat around, I don't know which way it's going to be facing, so I just hit all 3 of them. Okay. Now, longer one, oriented like this, with the tall end to the left. And the longer axle goes in here. Okay. 31s. These are both the same. Goes on this side. There we go. Okay, spins pretty nicely. And the shorter guy in there. Okay, so I'm really gonna have a third gear. Yeah, I see it over there. Look at wax in a little bit. Okay, seems to be it's a little stiffer, but it's not too bad. I think it'll still spin fine. Oops. And then this guy on there, and on top of that, definitely firmed things up. Let's work it in for a second. There it goes. Yeah, feeling a little better. You can see the wax powder coming out here. And all here. Now this is the one that's probably not going to fit. Yeah, I have to do some adjustments on that if I can find. Cut board out here. Bring this in because I'm going to use that to look, I think. Just gotta take these out of here. What I think happened was K2 and K5, and I think I picked it up from the back, and it looked like they had flipped on me. So I think that's what happened, why I grabbed the wrong one on that earlier piece. Okay, here out, and this is feeling a little loose. Let me firm you up. Okay. Do that a couple more times here. Always cutting away from myself. As always, when I'm messing around with this thing, if I miss, I'll just cut away and come back with a band-aid on. Hopefully. Well, hopefully I won't miss, but you know, if I do. Probably going a little generous on these. But the central thing will hold it in place. Yeah, last one. That should get us on there. Excuse me. Okay, so you... Yeah, in place. Alright, look. You down on top of it, and give this a little spin. There it goes. Yeah. Alright. I think that's a reasonable solution. And oh, we're supposed to have wax on our gears and our edges here. I'm going to do the gears later. I'm just going to let it, I'm pretty sure I can hit these guys. Okay. Now, and on to 33. More pieces. I actually have all the right shims for this one. Okay, so you on there, and from the back here, and these guys on. Set one of those guys on. There we go. Yeah. Right here. And the other one of those little guys on. Yep, that's all we'll do on that one. And then this guy takes this direction. I'll hit these holes as well. The wax. A little extra on and let it wear out. Should be on this side based on the shape. Gotta make our axle first. And there. You all the way down. Wax. Probably got enough on the side. But I'll hit this too because I'm going. I got it sitting right there. Okay, so you central one here. The last of our shims. I think there might be one more later on. Going out, so let me put it on that way. And you down. Top of that, no, the other way. And one central one here. Now, whoop. Next one, got one of those things is not like the other. This one's a little bit thinner and slightly different shaped. But we're going this 4 should go right on. Yep. Being a spacer. And this one locks them in place. And the last one's supposed to get some wax too. A little thick on that one. It'll wear off. Okay. Now we got our two sides ready to go. These guys go in. Standing up. Here. Join them all together here. Alright. They're not in. Okay. So everybody's down. And that was popping out again. Let's see here. Pretty snug in there. What's going on here? I got a plan for this, but I gotta get it rolling first. Hot. Okay. I topped out again there. Okay. Okay. Let's throw some. Things on here, try and hold these guys in, because I want to get my waxing done, because I've got okay, cow. I've got a plan. My plan isn't working. Okay. Those are going. Okay. Best laid plans did not work. Okay, so pop you out. Okay, you're going. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna have to do the waxing in place. My intention was to get it rolling, since I'm using liquid wax, just put it on and let the wax carry itself around once everything was installed. Because I've done that before and it works pretty well as far as spreading the wax out for me. So it'll do itself too, so that all the excess breaks off, and it's sort of nice, easy way to do it when it cooperates. Okay. These guys. Okay. Now let's go back to where we were a second ago. Okay. There they go. That's it. It was just a matter of getting those gears a little juice on them. Spin them around, let them work that wax in. I guess it does make a pretty good difference then. I've always sort of found it dubious, but I say it. Proof's in the pudding. Okay. Now, next one up. Right. Get our spacer gauge out again. Shoe in and pop on the other side and pop off. Now, yep, everything. Now, over here, interesting looking fellas. Go. Place. Okay. Tall end on the right. And I'm going slanting up here. Two of those on. Line up our hands. Same. Yep. Same. We're going up on the right side. Line up our arms. Okay. Now pop. Oh. These guys are over here to forgot about them. Lock in. Yep. And you're out of whack again. You're out of whack again. There it goes. And this guy goes back on this end. Alright. Now we're done. Now these guys go on the top here. Oh. And move that one out of the way. But okay. Okay, yeah, that's... Everybody's moving smooth as silk here. I think it's going to be going that way. Could be wrong, who knows. We'll find out when we get going. Okay. Alright, okay, that's that one. Okay, now the bottom half of the page. Come back out a little bit. Let's go. We gotta go into the back. A little decoration on around the edges here, so that's out, I'm assuming. There it goes. Not too bad, making decent progress. Only lost a little bit to my goof up so far. But that's why I do it warts and all, because you can always recover from it. Most of the time anyway. Okay. Now bring this guy back in. These go on the outside of them. They're fairly loose, but still alright. And these. And lock them in. I think I'm just going to wax this piece this time, though. I'm getting a little excessive with the I'll do it from the back side. Make sure I get good coverage on the surface. Yep. Actually, that's going to be flush all the way across. I'm going to hit that and a little too much, but okay. Now you on there and on there, and the third one. Everybody's lined up. Now, decorative plates on here. Secure things. Still spinning. New fresh wax in a little bit. Yep. Going strong. All right. Nice. And it's got to be getting close to installation time. No, it's not. Okay. I stand corrected. Still building on it. All right. Okay, so I go on the back side. 12 on the top one here. And 13 there. And I'm supposed to get some wax on that one. Not before, I'm just going to put the wax on this piece. Good coverage on it again. Okay. Now, the little side goes on here. 14 on top of that. And then 14 just onto this one. That one's off by its own. Yep. That feels pretty good too. Alright. Okay, now it's installation time. Last few steps back a bit. Wanting to work. Okay, so go in like it says, like this, and then we'll snap it in. It goes onto our central. Okay, so here, then those four, and that should be, yeah, that should hit our gear down the bottom now. Okay. Put this on. I wasn't thinking about this piece. I put it in backwards. Let's see if we can convince it to come off now. That was one of those flared. Without breaking anything. Maybe. Yeah. Still snug. Okay, so get you facing the right direction. Reinstall that. Okay. And so cooperate again. Alright. Then this guy slide right onto there. They're stabilizing themselves. Got everything alright, nice and snug. Then we're ready for our next couple of pieces. 3 pieces there. Two little spikes here. And this guy goes on there. And then these guys they go on the back. Again, okay. I thought they were. Okay. Eventually I learn to pay better attention to instructions. Probably not at this point. Okay, so our little spikes go down into our those to make sure we keep everything locked in place. Get my in here. Should just go straight in. Yep. Those. Alright. Actually, I guess since I put that piece on backwards, good thing I didn't see that, because I don't think I would have been able to get that out, turn it around if I had. So, happy little accidents, right? Isn't that what old Bob Ross used to say? Okay, get you in. Alright. Now we're done. Let's see, we spin. A little stiff, but I think I'll work it in a little bit. Yeah, it's getting better. Everything's in alignment. There's nothing popping out, so that's what you want to see. I think that's enough of that. A little bit more of that. Okay. Oh yeah, there's the front so you can see it. And I actually spin them all at once. Okay, so everything's working on that part. That's always a relief. And I don't think I mentioned it, but we're on to page 36 now. So, you guys, I got another decorative piece here, and not sure where everything else goes. Let's see. Okay, here's where we are locking in, securing that down, or together at least. Made it all the way through there to the back side. right next to our little bell there. And now, working on this part. So you and you go together. And y'all go on to here. And go all the way up. And this guy, arrow pointed that way. There. And you go here. Here. Think. Yeah. This goes through this one. And that goes through that one. And get that situation started. I'll move on to the bottom half of page 36. All kinds of goodies in here. And a moth in here with me too. So if you see it fly through, you'll know what it was. Okay, so on to here. On up here. There. There. And these little guys. Oh, wrong side. There's decorations on that. Well, they're so faint you can hardly see them, but they are there. Little circles. Got our claw on. And this side, close it up. Now, this guy, you, where'd this piece go? Okay, that's separate. It's over. Okay, it's not part of the crane. You in there. Got a base on. Now, crane goes into this one. On 4. We got 2. Okay, now that's good. No, it is just showing 2. Like 1. There. I think that's about to hold one of our tracks. And this guy goes in the triangles at the bottom, right there. So, that's going to be another piece of track, I'm assuming. Alright, so that's all for 36. On to 37, which is our last page of construction. And, hang on. Not to peel. Tracks and studs and pins. And guardrails. Alright. So you get there's pins. Got our triangle up there. Triangle goes. Yeah, triangle goes at the top of our arrow. And okay, there's the other one. There and these guys. Okay, that's the crooked one. That's gotta be you. 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 And you. Let's go. We have the standoff things. We have the spacers in between them. Yeah, I do want it facing that way. So they didn't put arrows on that one to know which one's which. Glad I, no. Yeah, that's it. Look at the instructions, or sort of curvy-worvy ones sort of threw me for a minute. Okay. Now, so this guy goes here. To there. Okay. And then yeah, starts up here and comes around to here. So I'm gonna go and use our crane. The crane is our central. You. All right. Nice. One more. Got 4 more pieces here, it looks like. And that'll be the end of our construction. So, you guys got big one goes to the back. Little decoration up front. So, you. And you go over here around our flag. That's our, okay, that's going to be our guide to get in there and over to there. Okay. Actually, I guess all the way over to there. Yeah, I'll go the whole front here. And that completes the construction. So everything's still moving. Let's see what happens. I guess we just, yeah, this is a start. We drop it in here. Flag is down. So, away. Yeah, it does walk well. Where's my arrow? Okay, the arrow has the arrow on that one to get it in. All the way around. That's it. Let me pop this one off. It'll take a second for the lights to catch up. Okay. There. Over the top, bring you back up to the exit, and okay, that's going to be around into that one. Okay. And a bunch of stuff you can't see. All the tracks in the way. All right. And it didn't activate my flag, but it went. All right, that's how it works. I'm a little disappointed that flag. Put you back down. Oh, down here. Yes. Third one try. Okay, that one it did it. I don't know. Loosened it up or something maybe. And all three of the marbles stayed in the drawer. Another good thing. Didn't get in there to contaminate everything. Yeah, this is a fun little build. It's not a little more, interactive than a marble run, but also seems to be a little more functional. I was got hung up here for a second, so I may not have this angle just right there, but as a matter of fact, let's see what I drop one on there in that section again, just to see. Is it hitting? Oh, I think it's hitting the crane. Hang on. Yeah, that's what it was. The crane was a little low. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right, but there we go. Oh, and I forgot to put the flag down. But I'll play with this all night if y'all let me. Okay. But that's it. I think it's really worth it. Nice little build, fun little toy to play with. Feels pretty sturdy in the hand. It doesn't, it's obviously a little fragile with the tracks and the small pieces, but everything went together and it felt solid in your hand. It feels like it's got some substantial heft to it. It's not a lightweight, flimsy thing. So I like that. Overall, really good build, really fun build, good toy. I'd say it's worth picking up if you're even a little bit interested in this sort of interactive doodad. But with that being said, that's enough for tonight. Thanks for watching, folks. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share, do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another, stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel. You can watch me do experiments and such 2 times a month, or every other Saturday now. That is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is the playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.